Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the full year 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this year. And also, since we're looking at so much time, you'll want as much information as possible. Also, if you have not done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Well, let's go and jump in and get started. If you've watched my videos before, these are going to be super similar. We are going to start with what's wrapping up and coming to a close. But rather than like last few weeks or month, this is going to be kind of a recap of 2022 and what's wrapping up for 2022. The next column, we're going to take a general look at 2023, so highlights of maybe some of the major events there. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the fifth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions. I recommend asking questions about 2023, but this is your reading and you can ask whatever you would like, Taurus. We're also going to do a crystal of the year, a healing note for you, and a couple other bonus messages. But let's go ahead and get started. Again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card time. This is interesting. In general, I think things just took more time than you anticipated they would this year, Taurus. It was kind of like, I don't want to call it a slow-moving year, but again, just things seemed to take more time than you thought they would. This is also time to take action, though, so I do think there were probably a lot of really big forward steps that you took, so I like to see that. There was like a lot of times where it was like, okay, now is the time I need to do this. So the combination of those 2 messages seems to be what's coming through here. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, and see what messages we get. The first card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within for clarity. If you take a look, there's a light in the lantern, and this is the light that's within you, Taurus. One thing I'm going to say with the Hermit, this is about being on your own personal quest, being on your own personal path. And I think you really kind of found your way this year, so I like to see that. Again, maybe things didn't happen as quickly as you would have liked, but the message that I'm getting again is that you found your way, and I do like that energy for you, Taurus. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card, when I see it, it like yells freedom at me. And going back to the Hermit card and finding your way on this journey, Taurus, this is like, again, freedom. This is what this is coming through. So I think along of like getting on the right path, doing things that feel good for you, it's really given you this sense of freedom, this sense of creativity. It's been really energizing for you as well. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of a dark and gloomy card. This person's laying down flat. They have all the swords stuck in them. I do think there were some really trying times in 2022. Sometimes where you were in a really low spot, felt like you were in a low spot. I hate this, but like the meaning of the card is rock bottom. I don't like to call it rock bottom. But I think that this is kind of a reflection of definitely some of the lows that you felt in 2022. The nice thing is, again, this is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So those lows will not follow you into 2023, which I love. But let's go ahead and clarify and see what we're working with here. The first clarifier we have is the Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance and harmony. I'm not surprised to see this because, again, it's very energizing, very freeing for you to kind of be finding your way and doing things that feel good for you. This was really, again, a year of finding your way, Taurus. So I like this. And with that comes balance and harmony. One of the meanings of this card, though, is patience. And again, going back to that time, things just didn't move as quickly as we would have liked them to. The next card that we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, collaboration, quality, skill, craftsmanship. Collaboration is a big one. So I think communication, this has been a big year for communication for you, Taurus. But also I feel like you've been putting in really quality work. Craftsmanship is interesting. There's something you've been working on that you take a lot of pride in. And it's hard to pinpoint because I think this is so different for each of you. But there is something very particular that you've been working on that you're proud of. And again, I'm seeing craftsmanship come through and that quality. So again, I like that though, because it's something you've been enjoying. It's something that makes you feel good. It's something that you're passionate about. And it kind of came along with that freedom, that creativity, that energy with the Knight of Wands. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. And that makes total sense when we get to the point where we're feeling like the Ten of Swords type energy. We need to rest, retreat, renew, recover. If you're feeling a little burnt out and you're feeling like you're going into the new year on a low, definitely make sure you get some R&R, some quiet time before you go into 2023. We want to make sure we're rested, recharged, ready to go for the new year. So definitely take that downtime if needed. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for 2023. We have the card Magnetism. I love magnetism. I am very much into manifesting and that sort of type of energy. But this is whatever you want. This is attracting the things you want to. One thing that's super important with this card though, Taurus, is make sure that you are thinking about the things you want and not the things you don't want. So let's say you want to get out of debt, but if you're saying no debt, no debt, no debt, the universe is only hearing debt. So we need to be focusing on an abundance of money. So again, make sure you're staying on the positive, the abundant side versus the no, I don't want this side. But again, focusing on the things you want, super important, but really great opportunity to attract the things you want to going into 2023. Let's take a look and see what messages we've got going on here. The first card that we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. I really like the renewal, especially because I think some of you are kind of ending the year in a lull. You're feeling a little down. You need to rest, retreat, renew. So I'm glad that this renewal is coming for you. And I think this is saying it's going to happen throughout the year. So it's not like we're going to start the year really strong and then burn out halfway through or part of the way through, Taurus. So I think this renewal of energy is going to continue and carry out for you. I do see some of you being in the spotlight. So you could be like receiving a reward or major recognition. It could be through community, through work. You could be like on TV or somehow getting recognized. Maybe you start like a TikTok that gets really popular. Whatever it may be, it does seem like you're getting attention. You're in the spotlight here. But again, renewal, hope, inner clarity being the main focus is there. The next card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of, sometimes I see this as stagnant because this is just hanging there by the foot. But this is more about gaining wisdom this year and gaining different perspectives. I just think this is going to be a year of learning for you, but it's not a bad thing. Again, it's coming through in wisdom, which we can all surely use more wisdom. So I like the energy that I'm feeling coming through. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a card, well, if you've watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. It's seriously the card of like everything wonderful. We have this nice full rainbow, a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, the water's running, there's a house in the background. It's just very abundant. So if you're looking for happy, healthy relationships in 2023, this is great. If you're looking for children in 2023, this is great. Maybe you just want your environment to flourish, hoping to buy a house, really all of those things. So this is a card of family, contentment, total love, and support. I used to not think that contentment was that meaningful, but now I realize how hard it is to actually be content. So hence why I love the Ten of Cups, because contentment is so important. So really nice, abundant year. I mean, this is happiness, this is contentment, this is joy, this is all the things you want. This is like the picture perfect life here with the Ten of Cups. So really liking that energy for you going into 2023. Let's see what clarifiers we have. The first card we have is the Sun card. Similar to the Ten of Cups, doesn't really get much better than the Sun card. This is material happiness, joyous outcomes, success, all good things. And again, this is continuing throughout the year. So that renewal, that hope, that clarity, this joy, this happiness, success is going to be an ongoing, reoccurring theme for you. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of action and change and being on a journey. Somebody once described it to me as the vroom vroom card. It means you're going somewhere, you're moving forward. And I'm not surprised to see this, because this is like the cycle of continuous learning with the Hangman. It's gaining that wisdom over and over and over again and learning. And again, that's part of that journey. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting, delayed success. This person plants their pentacles and then they have to wait for it. What I'm getting is like, this is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been building up to. So I like to see this all coming together in the way it is. Again, this isn't highs and lows. This is like a year of highs, it seems. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I did just buy this deck where it's like money messages. In this case, it's an affirmation, so we're going to start with that. Money is always moving towards me and always finds me. So in this column, we're going to take a look at anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Taurus. Let's see what we're working with here. The first card that we have is the Lover's card. I know when people see the Lover's card, they're like, oh, that's a love card, and we're talking about money. So the Lover's card has a couple different meanings. One of the things that comes up on the Lover's card, anytime there's two of something, it does indicate a decision. So there could be a really substantial financial decision that's being made this year for you. That seems to be the big message that I'm getting right now, Taurus, is like there is a major money decision that needs to be happened. This is also a card of partnership, and sometimes that partnership goes beyond just love interest. So I do see there being a new financial relationship being built. Perhaps you get a new boss, new coworker, you hire a new employee, you get a new financial advisor, a new business partner, but that partnership is standing out as well. The next card we have is the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. Again, I do think some of you are like going to go off and like become TikTok stars or YouTube stars, which I love. Or perhaps you like invent something and you're getting recognized for that. I do feel like there's something new that's brewing and it's going to be really big for you, Taurus. So I'm liking that energy with the Ace of Wands that I'm seeing. Just something new and something big. Perhaps you're starting an Etsy store, whatever it may be. Maybe you're starting a sock brand. I don't know. There's lots of things coming to mind when I look at that. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Pentacles, very fitting card for our money column. This is a card of mastering your craft, so being really good at what you're doing. It's a card of enjoying your employment, which I love. Not a lot of people get to enjoy their work they're doing, so I'm liking this kind of enjoyment that's surrounding the money and the work that you do on a daily basis, Taurus. This is also reaping the benefits of your hard work, though. So it's like you're working hard and it's leading you somewhere meaningful. So really like to see that. Let's go ahead and clarify. See what other messages I can give you. The first card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's fresh hope, taking chances, it's new paths, new ventures, new beginnings. I'm not surprised to see this because, again, the Ace of Wands, there's something big and new here for you that's going to lead to money, lead to career development, you name it. Again, it could be tied to that partnership, but I also think more importantly, it's that decision, and perhaps it's the decision to go after this new opportunity. A little bit more on this new opportunity. Again, anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the Ace of Swords, this is new ideas, new clarity. So we have new project, new inspiration, new urge to create, new ideas, new clarity. Definitely something new and big happening for you, especially tying the Fool card in there with all the newness that comes with the Fool. The next card we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident and very self-assured. There's no room for self-doubt going into 2023 for you, Taurus. Again, you have mastered your craft. You're doing great at the work you're doing. You're enjoying it. Be very confident. Be confident in the things that you do. Be self-assured in the things you do, especially if you like do branch out. I can tell you when I started my channel, it's interesting because I feel like the smaller my channel was, the meaner people were to me. So just like, you need to be confident that you're good at what you do and don't let anybody else tell you differently. You're going to be wildly successful. Like I said, whatever this is going to take off. So I really like to see that. Okay, now let's move into our next column, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money card, I did get a new love card. So let's see what your love message is. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, so in this call, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationships, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. The first card that we have is the Five of Cups. I hate to open up with this, but I'm just going to give you the honest what I'm hearing and seeing here. I do think there's a possibility that you will lose somebody this year, Taurus. So this is kind of some of the grieving or the low feelings that come with that. Unfortunately, that happens to all of us at some point or another. So I do think there could be some loss here. Outside of that, though, I do think that there is potential for healing for you. I feel like there's a relationship or some sort of love hurt that we're not fully over. So just be aware of that as well, Taurus. We'll see if we can clarify or give you any other messages there. The next card that we have, though, is the Sun card. I like to see this. So again, there is like an incident that's happening, but in general, this seems like it's going to be a great year for you in terms of love. There's material happiness, joyous outcomes, joy, success. I know it's weird to think about relationships in terms of success, but it's a thing. And again, this is family relationships, this is friendships, this is love interest, if that's what you're looking for. So success in all aspects of love, which I really enjoy to see here. At the bottom here, it looks like there's another kind of isolated incident, and I think these are maybe separate from what we were talking about before. We have the Five of Swords, which is a card of bully, theft, violence, abusive relationships. I don't know exactly how I want to pinpoint this. I think this could be the thing that you still need to get over. Again, this is kind of past hurt. I don't know that this is going to be something new that's coming up for you in 2023. I don't know that you're going to have an event of this fashion. Let's clarify it and see what other messages I can give you here. The first card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles does oftentimes indicate like multitasking and being busy. So be aware of that and make sure that you're keeping that really quality work-life balance. Make sure you're giving time to friends and family where needed. It's kind of about balancing that. That's I'm going to leave it there, is make sure that you're balancing and getting time with everybody and spending time with the people you want to be spending time with. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. Again, this is happy, healthy, joyous, successful relationships. These are relationships that are supporting you, that are tolerant, that are empathetic, that there are people in your corner. So I like to see that. Good traits all around. We're surrounded by a good group of people going into 2023, Taurus. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is making a decision. Again, I feel like we need to address whatever this situation was. And I don't think it's a 2023 incident. It's something that happened before then that still needs to be processed, healed from, addressed, however you want to look at that. But this is like making the decision too. It's like saying that this is time to address it. Okay, now let's move on to our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're going to take a look, and it's going to be like guidance, advice for 2023. We have the card Dependability. This is an interesting one. So I think people are going to look to you and rely on you some in 2023. But more than anything, I think you need to be dependable for yourself here, Taurus. So this is like, if you are going to start that business, you need to hold yourself accountable. Like, don't do it and then not fully commit to it. So there are going to be people that are looking to you and relying on you and counting on you. But I feel like more than anything, this is about being dependable for yourself. Let's go and take a look though and see what messages we have coming through in this final column. The first card that we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very romantic. It's very much a love card. It's a card of partnership, proposal, marriage. I do think a lot of you could be getting engaged or married going into 2023, Taurus. If you're single and would like to enter into a new relationship, this is a great card for you. This could be the partnership we were talking about though in the money column as well though. So in general, it seems like there's some sort of new partnership. This could be family, friend, love interest. I always tell people it could even be an animal. They're a huge part of our lives. So some sort of new partnership or advancement of a relationship. The next card that we have is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is, again, one of those busy cards. So as we got towards the end of this reading, it was sprinkling in some busy messages. I will say it's good to say no. Make sure that you say no when necessary, Taurus. That's kind of the message I'm hearing here. Don't spread yourself too thin. It's going to be busy. People are going to rely on you too. So it's like you don't want to overcommit. So just be cautious of that more than anything. At the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles. I like this, always ending on a money note here. With the Ace of Pentacles, again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. So some money coming in for you in 2023. Also, let's go ahead and take a look. I will say I think this is going to be associated to whatever that idea that's blossoming, but starting at the top here, we have the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of completion. It's lessons learned. It could be travel. I do see travel sticking out pretty heavily for you in 2023, Taurus, so enjoy that travel, getting out and about with friends and family. I think you could be traveling to a loved one. You could be traveling with friends. You could even be traveling with an animal, which seems like a weird message, but that's what's coming through. So some travel going into 2023 as well. The next card that we have again is that Hangman, which is coming up as wisdom. This is also a card that was self-sacrifice, and it's like if you can overcommit. So we need to be dependable, but not putting ourselves out too far, Taurus. So I'm going to leave that message for you. Don't have much else there, but just kind of something to keep an eye on. At the bottom we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results. This is also a travel card. Okay, not to split those two messages. So again, travel seems to be a theme for 2023. Let's go back to the waiting for results. So what I'm getting here, again, so as you start this new adventure, this new beginning, I think it is going to lead to money, but just be aware that will take time. So whatever this is, I feel like it's going to be huge. It's going to be significant for you, but let it come to fruition here. Okay, now at this time, Taurus, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. Again, I do recommend asking questions regarding 2023, but you can ask whatever you would like. Question number 1, we have the Queen of Spades. This is number 42 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 10 of Clubs. This is number 35 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the 2 of Hearts. This is number 19 card. That's going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes for you, Taurus. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you throughout the year of 2023. Your crystal this year is Praise, which is good for composure, slowing down. It gives you profound inner peace, helps come up with the solutions. It's really good for kind of that trust in life. We're also going to pull a card from our Let Go deck. Again, we need to start letting go of 2022 and getting ready for 2023. Your message says, don't compare yourself to others. Smile and be content with your natural beauty. We're also going to pull a card from our Angel Wishes deck, which is a message from somebody who has passed away for you. It says, only think positive thoughts as your desires are manifesting. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. We can all always use more healing. Your note says, healing is not so much about getting better as it is about letting go of all expectations, the beliefs, and becoming who you really are. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and I hope you have the best 2023.